Point number 10. Now we've got to get into more business philosophy, business strategy, and overview. This is a point called leverage. Now, leverage. What's the point? Everybody call it out so you remember it. It's called leverage. Now, leverage. By the way, this is my board game called Leverage. Okay, you might all want to play this at some point in time. Why would I invent a board game to teach you about how to make money? Because it's fun. Remember that word from the start of tonight? Fun. We're allowed to do that, aren't we? Come on, you're allowed to smile. Try it for me. I know you're all business people and it's tough, but it's allowed to happen, okay? So, leverage, by definition, its mathematical definition is divide to multiply. Divide to multiply. Now, some examples of that. Henry Ford was probably a great example of that. Divide the task up, the production line, therefore multiplied the end result. McDonald's is another example of divide to multiply. They divide the task up, multiply the end result. See, divide to multiply is a very simple formula. Now, here's the thing. When I teach people the formula of divide to multiply, they understand the formula, but that doesn't necessarily mean they'll apply it. So what I did is I worked out a different way of teaching it. Now, the different way of teaching it is very simple. It's work once, get paid forever. I'll get you all to call it out with me. Do the work once. Come on, everybody. Do the work once, get paid forever. Work once, paid forever. Work once, paid forever. Now, the problem with this formula is, I guess, that most of us went to school or college or university, did an apprenticeship, whatever, and what did we get taught to do? We got taught to work once, get paid once. Work once, paid once. Work once, paid once. Work once, paid once. What's that a formula for? Work. All you're ever going to do in your life. I don't care if you're the highest paid doctor or lawyer, you've still got to work once to get paid once. That's not the goal in life. The goal in life is to work once and get paid forever. Like this book here, this is my book, Business Coach. And by the way, what are you all going to do before you leave? Buy the book. Excellent answer. Well done. In fact, buy all of the books, not just one. Good. Much better. Now, I wrote this book here, I wrote now 9.5 years ago. So far, I've sold 430,000 copies of this book. Okay? It's not a trick question. It's a simple question. How many times did I write the book? Once. How long will I get paid for the book? Forever. How long will my kids get paid for the book? Forever. Simple numbers. I've now written 14 books. Somewhere in the world, every 3.5 minutes, someone buys one of my books. I go to bed tonight. What will I have when I wake up tomorrow? More money. Is that a good thing? You're allowed to celebrate for me, not just you. Okay? You got to celebrate for everybody, not just yourself, you know. It's a funny thing, but you know, I look at it. I have more real estate. See, where's my book on real estate? This is my book on real estate. Why do I invest in property? Really simple. I invest in property because all I got to do is I buy it how many times? Once, and I get paid forever. It's not rocket science. I buy an investment one time, I get paid for the rest of my life. See, how many of you, what if your grandparents bought you property? In fact, go back further than that. What if your great-great-great-great-grandparents bought 24 houses downtown here and left them to you in their will? How many of you would be a little excited about getting 24 houses bought like 100 years ago? Would that be a good thing? Yes or no? Yeah, so think of your great-great-great-grandchildren. Will they appreciate the work you do? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they'll mess it up and sell them all. I don't know. You know, the point behind it is simple. You do the work one time and you get paid forever. See, that's business. What is the job in business? To build the business once and let it work without you so you get paid forever. It's not about building a job. It's about building a business. Okay, that's the distinct difference. You know, this is my book on franchising. Why do I build franchises? I build the business once, and I sell it thousands of times and I get paid forever. You know, think about what are you doing. Now, as a business owner, most business owners struggle with this because they've been taught to cut hair or be an architect or be an attorney. You know, they haven't been taught to build the business. They've been taught to do a job. What my coaches do and why Action Coach is so successful is we coach you to do different work that ultimately gets you paid forever for doing work one time. You know, that's the ultimate goal in business. So we've got to step you through those processes to get from there across to there. And that, my friend, is called leverage. Leverage is if you understand leverage, you can become rich in 10 years. And by the way, people want to get rich quick. They want to be rich tomorrow or next week or next month or in 2 years. Listen, it takes 10 years to build real rich, okay? 10 years. How come? First reason, you got to ride the seasons. Remember that? You got to use the season. Second reason it takes 10 years to be rich. You got to learn how to be rich. You can't just magically know how to be rich. It takes time to learn these things. Put in the time and energy and learn it, and the rest of your life you get to relax if you want to. You know?